President Obama opened up the new year with a passionate speech calling for a national sense of urgency to limit gun violence. PW took it to the streets to ask, what do you think it will take to curb gun violence? And what is it about America's love of guns that prevents common sense regulation? Here's what people had to say.
I think that there needs to be, well, honestly, I think that there needs to be no guns.
I think gun control is and always has been a really complicated issue. The problem lies in that if we were to increase gun control and regulation of sales, whether it's with background checks or checking out people before they can buy a gun, if someone's going to commit a premeditated act of violence, they're going to obtain a gun, whether it's through legal or illegal means.
In order to get rid of gun violence, we first have to get rid of racism.
My thoughts are, I think the whole issue is that we have a really fear-based culture, and fear is really promoted through the media, which is a big business. And I think it's really perpetuated through capitalism and this idea of scarcity. There aren't enough jobs, there's not enough space, there can't be enough room for people to mutually exist with different beliefs and ideas. And so there's just fear in a lot of people.
I think that it doesn't end with just taking away guns. I think that knives are also a possibility. There's recently a stabbing in a university, and I think that guns are a potential risk, but it's I think it's up to the perpetrator.
Even if they aren't legal, they'll still be here, It's like drugs. It's like, even though they're not legal, they're still here. But I think that's going to make the biggest impact as well.
So the question with that is, do we infringe upon law-abiding citizens' Second Amendment rights by attempting to further control gun regulation in the hopes that it will prevent acts of violence? Or do we try to find another way to solve it? Because at the end, the problem really lies with the people and not the guns. So.
Guns are an integral part of our culture. Many of us grow up with them. Many of us receive our first guns from our parents. And I don't believe that necessarily guns are bad.
Like, when you're a kid, you have like gun toys that you play with, so as you grow older, you kind of carry that mentality that having a gun is like a way of protection, and yeah.
Most of America is rural, and all those people are being informed by the media, and so they're having these ideas that perpetuate fear, and so they're acting on that. So I'm not too hopeful, to be completely honest, about these policies.